Christ or Jesus. They didn't teach me any of the basic foundations of Christianity or any other religion for that matter. But what I saw in their lives is that they were always upset, unhappy. They didn't like each other. They didn't like us or their kids. They didn't like themselves. And when it was time for me to decide what was going to happen with my life, I just kind of picked whatever it looked like was making everyone else happy. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what it would mean to find out who I was. And so I would see people drinking, and they looked like they were having a good time. And so I said, okay, then I'll go and I'll drink. I'll find a place to fit in, friends, and drugs, pot, things like that. People say that's fun, that could get me friends, I'll try that. I'll try the club, because maybe if I had a boyfriend, things would be different. I would feel happy. I would feel like I belonged. All I knew is that I didn't want whatever my parents had. I didn't want to resemble them because they were dead inside. And I went plumb crazy, trying to find happiness. And all that I learned in it is that misery loves company. They all thought if I could get one other person to join me in doing this foolishness, this sin, then it won't be sin anymore because somebody else will agree that it's fun. And we were all broken, no matter which circle of friends I moved into. They were all facing the same trials, the same issues. They were all broken. And I met these group of people that no matter how many times I told them their God was a foolish crutch, they would just come back and be like, oh yeah, you want to come to church? And it got to the point we eventually all parted ways after school, but I found an old family Bible in the house that my parents had hidden under the bed from I don't know how many years ago. And somebody just off the top of their head, I don't know quite what it was, they told me, the book of John is a good place to start. And so I know how to spell, so I found the book of John. And I read in there what Christianity really was. I had a whole lot of ideas of what it was, but in all reality, it's what brought real peace to my heart. Not only have I found friends in this congregation of believers, but in all reality, I'm not looking for things in this life to make me happy anymore. I know the only place that's going to come from is going to come from heaven. It's going to come from God Himself, and it's going to come from me being in my relationship. And that's the closest I've ever felt to happy. And it's there, it's true joy, and it can be yours. If you ask Jesus in your heart, He'll come and He'll give you that happiness.